General Douglas MacArthur was a legendary figure who served 52 years in the United States Army. In addition to retiring as a five-star general, he was a Congressional Medal of Honor recipient. He fought in 3 major wars, commanded armies, and helped rebuild Japan after World War II. And it all started in Little Rock, Arkansas. On the 26th of January, 1880, Douglas MacArthur was born in Little Rock, Arkansas. He was born at the former Arsenal building on the post of the Little Rock Barracks to Arthur MacArthur Jr. and Mary Pinckney Hardy MacArthur. Douglas's father was a veteran of the American Civil War and served with great distinction with the 24th Wisconsin Volunteer Infantry Regiment. For his actions at the Battle of Missionary Ridge, Arthur was awarded the Congressional Medal of Honor. After the Civil War, Captain MacArthur served in the West and in 1879 was assigned to Little Rock Barracks in Little Rock, Arkansas. The MacArthur family, which included Arthur and his sons Arthur III, Malcolm, and his wife Mary, moved into the former Arsenal building, which had been converted to an officer's quarters. Douglas would be born a few months later. His time in Little Rock would be short because 6 months after his birth, his father was transferred to another military post. MacArthur Museum of Arkansas Military History features early photographs of the MacArthur family and recounts the birth of a military legend at the former Arsenal building in Little Rock. Douglas MacArthur only returned to the state of his birth once. After retiring from the U.S. Army in 1951, he visited Little Rock for 5 hours on Sunday, March 23, 1952. Around 10 a.m. that morning, the plane carrying Douglas MacArthur, his wife Jean, and 14-year-old son Arthur arrived at the Little Rock Airport. Little Rock Mayor Pratt Rammel and a city delegation welcomed the MacArthurs to Little Rock. From the airport, the MacArthur family drove to Christ Episcopal Church at Capitol and Scott Streets to attend services. The church was the site of General MacArthur's baptism 72 years earlier. Episcopal Bishop R. Bland Mitchell, Rector J. Hodge Alves, and Rector Emeritus W. P. Witzel greeted the MacArthur family at the church. After the worship service, the MacArthurs went to MacArthur Park. The park had been renamed from City Park to MacArthur Park in 1942 to honor General MacArthur. Arriving at the park, the MacArthurs toured the Arkansas Museum of Natural History and Antiquities housed in the former Arsenal building. The museum's founder, Bernie Babcock, gave the MacArthurs a tour of the museum and the general's birthplace. In 2001, MacArthur Museum of Arkansas Military History would open in the same building. After the tour, General MacArthur spoke at a dedication of a small rose garden adjacent to the museum. It was sponsored by the Little Rock City Beautiful Commission and the Garden Clubs of Greater Little Rock. After that dedication, General MacArthur then gave a speech to several thousand people who'd gathered to welcome the general at the Foster Bandshell in the park's southwest corner. In his remarks, he spoke of his Southern heritage and of his appreciation for the support of the citizens of Little Rock over the years. In addition, the city bestowed several gifts to the general and his family, including an engraved silver serving tray. The MacArthurs then attended a luncheon in their honor at the home of Howard and Elise Stebbins on Edge Hill Road. By 4 p.m. in the afternoon, the MacArthurs were back at the airport and departed shortly afterwards. It had been a whirlwind day, but those who got to meet and see the MacArthur family would never forget it. Although General MacArthur was only in Little Rock for 6 months and 5 hours, separated by 72 years, he has had a large and lasting impact on the city. General MacArthur is just one of the many stories remembered at the MacArthur Museum of Arkansas Military History, located in the former Arsenal building in MacArthur Park in downtown Little Rock.